to Maths Live. We've got Seb and Harnett and Sam was joining in. And let me just have a look. Oh yes, we've got Seth. Hello Seth. We've got Harry Nottingham as well joining in. I'll do some more shout outs in a second. So just a quick revision from yesterday. It says, can you match the 12 and 24-hour clock times? So here are some 24-hour clock times. Here are some 12-hour clock times. Can you match them up? Have a go at that while I do some more shout outs. Hi Uma in Northampton. Hi Hattie in Northampton. Hi Adam and Eddie in Newcastle. Hi James in Mansfield. Hi Thomas and Oliver in Sheffield. Hi Noah in Northern Ireland. Hi Joseph in Essex. Hi Emily, thank you for joining in. Hi Imogen in Denmead. Hi Emily in Buckshaw. Hi Imi, thank you for joining in. Hi Mariella, thank you for joining in. Brilliant, got some answers coming in, which is great. Hi Batul, hello, welcome back. Hi Iona in Tunbridge Wells. Hi Jasmine, first time. Brilliant, well done Jasmine, thank you for joining in. Hi Kane in Norwich, welcome back. Hi Georgina and Daisy in Hertfordshire. Hi Kate in the Isle of Man. Hi Olivia in Malden, there's so many of you, how exciting. Right, let's do some matching up then. And then I've got another challenge coming quite quickly for you all. So, remembering, so after, obviously in the morning, we know it's like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. We normally wake up around 7, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. We go around and it's 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. And it gets to 12 o'clock around lunchtime. Now after that, on our watches and on our clock, we just carry on to 1. But we can carry on the 24-hour clock from 12 to 13 because we know there's 24 hours in a day. So we'd go for 13. So 13:30 actually means 1:30. Now 21. So you've got to keep going. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So that means 9. 9:30, which means 19:30 must be 7:30. So well done with that. Right, today it's a really good lesson today. I mean, all my lessons are really good when I don't make a mistake. But I've never actually, I don't think I've properly taught this before, even at a school. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. So we're going to be looking at different units of time. And before I teach you anything, I want to actually do the first challenge question straight away. Now, challenge questions are posted at 10 o'clock in the morning, but I reckon even if you've done this, you could still add to it. Because the question is, how many units of time can you think of? How many units of time can you think of? So units of time, when I mean units of time, I'm just asking what kind of time can you think of? And to give you a little hint, don't just stop at a clock. Time is a measurement of how long something takes or how long something is. So go beyond the clock. Think about how is time measured around us, okay? I'm going to give you about a minute, maybe just a little over, and think, can you write as many as possible? Have a go. Wow, there's so many of you. If I've put a like next to your comment, that means I've done your shout out. Brilliant, well done for joining those together. The times are brilliant. Hi Nalupa from Bramcote. Hi Diana. Hi Finn in Northern Ireland. Hi Austin. Your first time. I tutor someone called Austin. Welcome Austin. Super, those times were brilliant guys. Well done. Hi Livy from Essex. Hi Jasmine. Hi Aidan and Miller from St Albans. Oh, that's just disappeared. Hi Evan in Hertford. Hi Aidelin. Now, oh, I've got some people. Yeah, hi Faris. Hello. Right. Be careful. Go beyond your watch. Think about what other time can we measure, and don't do distance. So time isn't things like centimeters and meters. That's how long something is. We're thinking about how long something takes. Okay. So go beyond a clock. It's quite tricky. When you realise, you'll keep going. Hi Seb. Hi Neve or Nev, I think it's in Hull Beach. Hi Emily in Edinburgh. Oh, someone's got it. Hello Sam B. Oh, we got two Sams, so we one Sam and two Sams. Oh, you're starting to get it now, guys. Well done. Hi Millie and Luke. Ah, right. I think someone started. Everyone's sort of like, oh, I think I know now. Well done to her. I don't know who put that first. Yay! Super! Right, I think someone mentioned one of them and everyone was like, oh, actually, yeah. So, the smallest. I know some of you have put milliseconds and nanoseconds, but we're going to stick to seconds. Because it's like if you put millimeters, you can get smaller than millimeters, but generally the quickest, the smallest amount of time is seconds, and then obviously we have minutes, and then we have hours, and then we have days, and then weeks, so it's getting gradually bigger and bigger, months. You might think, well, days and weeks and months are like when something happens, but it's still time. So you might think about how long we've been in lockdown for. We've been in lockdown for months, and that's time. Okay, months, and then a lot of months becomes years, and then a lot of years becomes decades. So decades is every 10 years. And then after decades, you've got centuries, which is every 100 years. And then after that, it's millennium. Millennium. I always have to spell it. And the millennium is every 1,000 years. Okay? So seconds, minutes, hours. So obviously we know these from a clock. Okay? And then these are like, and then days, weeks, months are on a calendar. And then this is to do with sort of history or future. There's a few different ones. So well done, guys. Fantastic. Now then, we're comparing units of times today. So a few of those we're going to be thinking about in our lesson. So, how many seconds are in a minute? How many seconds are in 1 minute? There are 60. Okay? I'm sure you can say these out loud. There are 60. And then we do the next job. How many minutes are in 1 hour? How many minutes are in 1 hour? 60 again. Okay. And then we got to the next one. So how many hours are in 1 day? How many hours are in 1 day? 24. So, let me give you a challenge question. If there are 60 seconds in 1 minute, how many seconds are in 3 minutes? Give you 10 seconds to work that out. If there's 60 seconds in 1 minute, how many seconds are in 3 minutes? So think, right, if that's 3, what do I do to that to make 3? What do I do to this? So it's 3 lots of 60. And I think, I don't know, what's 60 times by 3? Times by 6 and then add the 0. So 6 3s are 18 and then plus the 0. So 180 seconds is 3 minutes. So what if 24 hours is 1 day, then how many hours is 2 days? 24 hours is 1 day. How many hours are in 2 days? Have a think. Right, what do I do? What do I do? So 1 to 2 is 24. What is it? 48. So remember, it's a bit like ratio. If you joined in with my ratio lesson, you've got to keep it balanced on each side. Okay. If there are 7 days in 1 week, how many weeks are 28 days? So 7 days is 1 week. How many weeks is 28 days? So for this one, we work out what do we do to 7 to make it into 28. So we need to do our 7 times table. So 1 7 7, 2 7 14, 3 7 21, 4 7s are 28. So we do the same to this time, so it must be 4 weeks. 28 days is 4 weeks. I'll give you one more. Let me think. Ooh, if there are, let me think. So if there are 24 hours is 1 day, how many, so what is 60 hours? What is 60 hours? Tricky one, this one. I'm going to make mean here. Because I bet you'll be thinking, huh? That doesn't really jump very well. So, if you double 24, that makes 48. But if you add another 24, that doesn't make 60. Okay? So that is 1 day, and then it's another half day. So it's 1.5 days. Because 12 hours is half a day. Okay, let's have a look. So, now then, time. This is a really, really important one because I've seen a lot of year 6s not know this, and it is really important. Not just in maths, but in everyday life. How many days are in each month of the year? How many days are in each month of the year? How many days are in March? How many days are in September? How many days are in January? How many days are in April? Now, a lot will say 30, but it's not 30. There's a rhyme that can help you. Again, when I do these rhymes, some people have slightly different ones, and you need to know this, okay? And I'll give you an example why. So the rhyme that I have is 30 days. So I'm gonna write the calendar. So January, February, March, April, May, June. July, August, September, October, November, December. Here's the rhyme. 30 days have September, April, June and November. All the rest have 31 except February alone, which has 28 days and 29 on a leap year. So every 4 years, February has an extra day. So here's the rhyme. 30 days has September, April, June and November. All the rest have 31 except February alone, which has 28 days and 1 extra on a leap year. So try and remember that. And here's why. That might come to you. So it might say, how many days is it from today? So how many days is it from today? Today is the 9th of June. If you didn't already know that. Easy to get confused about what day of the week it is and what date in lockdown. Today is the 9th of June. How many days is it until the 1st of July? How many days is it until the 1st of July? Use this to help you. So we're 9th of June now. You've got to get to the 1st of July. So here is what you do. You first of all got to work out how many days are in June. And we see January, February, March, April, May, June. So there's 30 days in June. So how do we get from 9 to 30? Well, if we add 1, that makes 10. And then if we add 20, that makes 30. Okay? So that's 21. And then we need another one to make the first. So add 1 to get to 10. Add 20 to get to 30. And then add another one to get to the first. So it's 22. There are 22 days until the 1st of July. Another example is that imagine it's the 10th of November. Imagine it's the 10th of November. We'll just put 10th not. How many days is it until Christmas Day? How many days is it until Christmas Day? You might be one of those people that are really, really excited about Christmas, and from September onwards you're counting down. How many days till Christmas? How many days till Christmas? So from the 10th of November, how many days is it until Christmas Day? So, if you're just watching, you can do it with me. So first of all, we need to find out how many days there are in November. There are 30 again. So 30 days. So let's get to the end of November. So we add 20 days to get to the end of November. And then, from the 1st of December, what do we do? What day is Christmas Day? It's the 25th. So we go from the 1st to the 25th, so we've added 25 days there. So from the 10th of November to Christmas Day, it is 45 days. 45 days. So, as you can see, time isn't just how many seconds are in a minute, how many hours are in a day, how many days are in a week. You can do all sorts of times to do with dates and weeks. Okay? So, here are your other 2 challenge questions that I set this morning. We already did the first one when I got you to think about all the different units of time. So question 2 was this. How many hours are in 3 days? How many hours are in 3 days? And number 3, this was a tricky one. Okay? How many seconds equals a day? How many seconds are there in 1 day? And you have choices. You can either say it was A, 3,600, B, 1,400. C, 1,440. D, 51,840. That's a big number. And E was 86,400. Okay, so give those two questions a go and we'll see how you get on. I'm going to have a look at all the fabulous writing you've been doing. Oh, amazing. Well done. I love that you've been joining in. Even though I've been doing a lot of modelling, you've really joined in really well. Also, some people got the answers already for the challenges. Brilliant. Hi, Olivia Malden. Brilliant. Well done, guys. I'll give you 20 more seconds. Aidan and Owen in Haverhill. Hello. Thank you for joining in. Sorry, I might not have been able to do all the shout outs because you've been joining in so well. So if I haven't already shouted out, please tell me. Okay, let's have a look. So how many hours are in 3 days? Well, we know that one day is 24 hours. So if we want 3 days, we have to times 24 by 3, okay, which is 72. You can do your column method, so you can just do 24 times by 3 to work that out. So 72 hours in one day. Now, how many seconds are there in one day? I'm just going to give myself some space. How many seconds? Now this is a few jumps here. This is a typical SATs question. It could definitely, even maybe even to secondary school, Key Stage 3. So we need to do several jumps here. We need to do how many seconds, so 60 seconds equals 1 minute. And then there's 60 minutes, which equals 1 hour. And then there's 24 hours, which equals 1 day. So there's multiple jumps. So to go from seconds to days, you need to go first to minutes, then to hours, and then to the days. So to get from 60 to a minute, we have to times it by 60. Okay? Because you've gone from there to there. And then you need to times 60 again, because you've got to go from there to there. So it's 60 times 60, 60 lots of 60. And then you times that by 24. And your answer is 86,400. If you use a calculator, I'll let you off actually, because that could be on a Key Stage 3 calculator question. Okay, so it's the jump. So 60 seconds into 1 minute. So you need to get 60 into 60. And then the 60 into 24. Big, big number. Okay. You wouldn't think, would you? 86,400 seconds. Imagine all day just counting, just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 86,400 minutes. I think I'd get bored after about 30 seconds. Brilliant. Right. Got some challenge questions for you now. enjoyed making these for you. So I'm going to do 3 at a time, 3 questions at a time. I'll give you time to work them out. You haven't seen these before. So question 1 is, how many seconds are in 5 minutes? You can start when you're ready. Number 2 is, how many days are in 5 weeks? Think about what calculations you're going to do. And how many minutes are there in 8.5 hours? Off you go, off you go. Fantastic, guys, well done. Brilliant. Some of you are really surprised. Like, oh, I got it right. What? I got it right. That was good. Hi, Amelia in London. Hello, thanks for joining in. Hi, Shreya. Thank you for joining in. Hi, Sophie. Don't worry if you got that last one wrong. It is quite tricky. Oh, you're all working very hard. Got some answers coming in. Fantastic. Brilliant. There'll be 10 more seconds. Oh, Sam's got loads of answers. So, how many seconds are in 5 minutes? Oh, come on, pen. Right, we know that 60 seconds is 1 minute. So to find 5 minutes, we have to do 60 times by 5. 6 5s are 30, so we add on the 0. So that's 300. 300 seconds in 5 minutes. For days, in 5 weeks. Okay, we know that 7 days is 1 week, but we want 5 weeks. So we times that by 5, so 7 5s are 35. So there's 35 days in 5 weeks. And for how many minutes are in 8.5 hours? We know that 60 minutes is 1 hour. So we need to do, first of all, do the whole hour first. So if we do 60 times by 8, 6 times 8 is 48. Then add on the 0, that's 480. Then we've got the half hour. So we'd add on another 30 minutes. So that would be 500, I'm just checking I've got the right, yeah, 510 minutes, 510 minutes. Well done. Let's see what the next 3 questions are, last 3 challenge questions. So, how many days are there in April? How many days are there in April? How many hours are there in 1 week? How many hours are there in 1 week? And how many hours are there in 1 year? How many hours are there in 1 year? Don't worry if you don't quite get it right. That's a really, really hard question. That's definitely going into year 6, Key Stage 3. But just try and think, right, what are the steps? Do it really, really gradually. Have a go. If you've got a calculator and you want to use a calculator, that's fine. Hi Sophie in London. All right. Nearly there. Okay, I've seen the time, so I'll start going through it. So how many days are in April? So remember the rule, 30 days have September, April, June and November. How many hours are there in 1 week? So you think, right, how many hours are there in the day? So that's 24. That's 1 day. In 1 week, there's 7 days. So then you do 24 times by 7, which is 168. Well done. Now, how many hours are there in 1 year? So this is what you've got to do. So there's 24 hours